The Arrival. An emotional and inspiring story. The wheels of Clara's chair scraped softly against the gravel as her brother, Leo, gently pushed her forward. Rain drizzled lightly, blurring the outline of the countryside mansion that now stood before her, vast, gray, and breathing with a history no one wanted to talk about. Clara squinted up at the towering structure, where twisted vines crawled over the stone walls like forgotten hands. The crows above swirled in circles, their cries echoing in the open silence. It hadn't been long since the accident. One red light ignored, one screech of metal and glass, and Clara's legs had gone quiet. She remembered the hospital lights, the doctor's soft voices, and Leo's shaking hands when he signed the forms to take her home. Except, home now was this old mansion they inherited from a distant aunt, a place Leo thought would help Clara recover in peace. But there was no peace. That first night, Clara couldn't sleep. The cold seeped into her skin despite the heavy blankets. Around midnight, she wheeled herself to the wide window in her room to look outside, only to freeze. Across the courtyard, on the top floor of the mansion, in a window sealed shut with old grime, a girl stood watching her. The girl was pale, her hair long and unmoving, and her dress old-fashioned. She didn't blink. Didn't wave. She just stared. Clara blinked and rubbed her eyes. The girl was still there. Unmoving. When Clara told Leo the next morning, he dismissed it gently. "Maybe just your reflection," he said. "That wing's been locked for decades. No one's up there." But Clara knew what she saw. The house staff, quiet, older women who barely spoke above a whisper, avoided the top floor entirely. When asked, one of them muttered under her breath, "We don't go there. Never have." The nights grew stranger. Clara started hearing faint whispers outside her door, voices with no source, and the steady tap-tap of footsteps that faded when she looked. Once, she woke to find her wheelchair turned toward the hallway, even though she remembered locking the wheels before bed. One night, unable to take it anymore, Clara wheeled herself toward the forbidden wing. Something called to her, not fear, but a feeling deeper than curiosity. Something familiar. She found a hidden latch behind an old painting in the corridor. A narrow passage, dusty and tight, revealed itself. Clara's arms ached as she dragged her chair forward, but she pressed on. Every cobweb brushed aside felt like another veil lifting. At the end of the dark hall was a room, locked from the outside. The wood was rotted, the doorknob cold as ice. With one hard shove, it opened. The room was exactly as she'd seen from her window. Tall ceilings, faded curtains, and in the corner, a wheelchair, old, rusted, and covered in dust. Beside it, a stack of journals tied with a red ribbon. Clara read them for hours. The girl's name was Isabella. A young girl who once lived there.